Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Can you
sir.
hear me? Okay. Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Hello, sir.
Yete was. Good morning.
Oh,
Good morning,
good.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Is slide this there? Hello. Can you see the
Hello, sir.
slide? Can you see the slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So already we have started the Declaration of Helsinki. We start today, and we have seen the different guidelines which are required for the human subject, which are involved in that medical research or any experimentation on the human subject. So, and these are the first time that is a Declaration of Helsinki in Helsinki in 1964. After that, some of this revision must be doing by this committee, and this is first revision in 1975. So after this, 11 years, 11 years of the Declaration of Helsinki, right? So first time this first revision in 1975, which are introduced the idea regarding the or independent committee, means the committee which are the working in this regarding the Declaration of Helsinki, right? So you can fully responsible for the everything. Then so in that some of the revision in that development of the IRBs. IRB is a institutional review board, right? So those institutions which are conducted this type of the experimentation on the human subjects, right? So that committee should be formed by that institution. And that is called as a institution review board, or it is also is called as a international ethical committee, right? Then which are issue is related with the international committee that developed by this the medical as this declaration of Helsinki. So duty to individual is given greater the weight over the duty of the society. So every this the person which are involved in that the medical research is maybe human subjects or the physician or investigator, right? So every individual should be have the great importance. Then idea of the publication ethics which are introduced. So during this, the Declaration of Helsinki different guidelines which are prepared, and this prepared the guidelines which are published in the journals, right? So during that, some of the ethics must be required for during the publication. This ethics also can be introduced in that first revision. Then comparison of the trial treatment to the best available treatment. So whatever the trial treatment is given, all right. So we'll be always be comparing that. So what are the best treatment is available in that the particular area, right? We can compare the result with the trial treatments as well as the available treatment, best available treatment, and this is a main concern. And this is also the first revision which are include that. Then access to treatment of the following trial completions is a mandatory for the protocol for the to the state that the added to the DOH. So the every experimentation is required that protocol, and this protocol contains the various aspects regarding that is the human subjects, right? So what is status of the human subjects as well as the age of the age of that, the weight of that, and the various parameter which shall be considered when you selected that the particular human subjects for the study, and the in protocol that it should be considered. So this is the first revision which are containing that. Then second and third revision in which are done in second revision in 1983 and third revision in 1989. So some of the fairly minor revisions which are done that the guidelines, right? The consent of the minors, right? So if the consent of the minors means that, so if any human subject which are involved in that the research, right? Consent, so the consent should be taken from that the from their his parents, right? So this is called as a consent of the minors. The further development of the independent committees, the different day-to-day time, there's some development should be done in that the guidelines, right, and which are done by that independent committee of that DOH. Then Council of International Organization of Medical Research is a CIOS, and the WHO is published international ethic guidelines, right? for biomedical research which are involved in the human subjects. And this is also prepares some guidelines regarding the CIOS and the WHO, right? And this publishes some of the international ethical guidelines regarding the biomedical research and those persons which are involved in that research, which are published in 1982. Then after this, the fourth revision, which are done in 1996, challenges for use of the placebo-controlled trials, right? So this some of the guidelines which are given in this revision, right, regarding that use of the placebo-controlled trials, right? So placebo trials also gets given in that clinical trials, right? So this must be included in that the post revision. Then only in case where the no provision diagnostic or therapeutic method existed, right? So sometimes it's if one of the cases there, right, there is no proven diagnostic or therapeutic method existed, right? So then the new methods can be selected for the diagnostic and therapeutic method. So, but sure that method should be approved by that the DOH committee or international review committees. Then this followed that the AIDS study publication in 1994. Some of these guidelines regarding that AIDS and how to diagnose, what the treatment is given, and how to control that, right? So that guidelines also provided in the 1994. Then maternal infants, HIV transmission and effect of the Julodin, right? So this is the main Julodin is the one of the suitable candidate for treatment of the HIV transmission, right? So what is the effect of that the Julodin on the maternal infants during this HIV, right? So this also can be studied, and this also given some of the revision in that the fourth revision. Then drug showed 70% reduction in transmission rate and become the standard of the care. So drug showed that 70% reduction in transmission because what is the treatment is given, that is maybe Jododin is used for it is anti HIV transmission treatment of the HIV, right? Well, so with that drug, 70% reduction transmission must be required. So if we compare with the standard, like 70% reduction must be controlled in that case. Then subsequent HIV studies, the EVS patient has unrestricted to assess the AZT. AZT is a Jurodin, right? And some of these guidelines also can be published in the fourth revision. Then the patient in the developing countries still randomized to placebo control arms. So such how to use that the placebo control and what are this protocol of that placebo control trials, that guidelines is also provided in that the fourth revision. Then in the fourth revision there is a completing guidelines regarding the in 1994. So that is a WHO which are published. There is a some of the completing guidelines regarding the DOH. So placebo control trials offer the best option for rapid and scientific valid assessment of alternative antiretroviral drug regimen to prevent transmission of HIV. So some guidelines is also published by WHO in 1994, right, regarding the placebo control trials in the HIV. The CIOS, that is a Council of International Organization. So there is this also can is given some of the guidelines regarding ethical standards in developing countries. So what are the ethical standards was required during these the experimentation? So that also can be published by that CIOS. Then some of the conferences also is possible during the fourth phase, and some of the conferences regarding the FDA ignored this revision, right? So what is the revision is doing by that Declaration of Helsinki, right? So that revisions is ignored by the FDA, right? So it's a continue the reference in 1989, right? So this ignorance by the FDA is also is considerable. Then EU's cited fourth revision is Clinical Trials Directive 2001. The European Union cited the fourth revision, and what are the conferences regarding that also can be published by that European Union regarding the clinical trials in 2001. Then adapted into the UK national law in 2004. Right. So this The law is prepared by the UK, and that is a consideration as a national law in 2004, right? Regarding that, uh, the guidelines regarding that human subject which are unique foundation is the same for the fourth revision. Then the fifth revision, which are done in 2000, and extensive revision to structure of the document. Right. So what are the actual structure of the document is required? So that is revised in the fifth revision. Fifth revision. Then extensive debate and symposia and conferences. So we can study on that all these guidelines, and we can revise all these guidelines. After this, conducting the debates, conducting symposia and the conferences, and in that conferences we can discuss all the things, and some of the revision which are done in that the conferences, and we can approve in the conferences. Right. There are no references to the research where there is no potential benefit to the participant. Right. So then some of the conflicts regarding the Article 29 is this Article 29 in Declaration of Helsinki. It is a placebo control study is there, right? Then Article 30, right, is aftercare trial participant. Right? So the guidelines regarding in the Article 29 guidelines regarding the how to placebo control studies which are done in the the clinical trials. In the Article 30 is aftercare trials. Also after this completion of experimentation and what are the human subjects which are involved in that study, right? So what care should be taken by the participant. So that is in content of the Article 30. Then some of the clarifications which are pointed out in 2002 and 2004, right? After this revision of that. Then the sixth revision in 2008 that followed the general review of all the guidelines, right? And comparatively some of the minor revision is done, right? Exempted debates and consultation in the fifth and sixth revision which are related concern. So the guidelines to revision of the guidelines, right? Always be conducting that as some of the debates and consultation, and with that approve of that guidelines. The ethical strength of the DOH is weakened, right? So this is the ethical strength should be included. Ethical strength should be included in the Declaration of Helsinki, and it should be strong. The evidence must be required in the sixth revision. Then some of these points of controversies regarding that different article. This first controversy regarding the Article 29, right? So Article 29 is regarding to the control. There is a placebo control trials which are done in as experimentation, right? So that's some of this controversy which are is included in that, right? So this controversy is there. The benefits, risk, and the burden, effectiveness of the new interventions must be tested against those of best current provision interventions. Means some of the benefits, risk, and the burden effectiveness of the we can comparing with the best current treatment is available, right? We can comparing the results and consider that this is our protocol, our this experimentation is a beneficial to the human subject, is not we have some risk and not we have the burden to the human subjects, and it is a very effective, right? If you are comparing with the comparing with these current proven interventions. Then use of the placebo or no treatment is acceptable in the studies. No current provision is interventions exist is there. Where there is, it is though if you have conducting some of the clinical trials, there is experimentation on that particular subjects, but that same subject is not be occurred previously and not having any proven intervention exist before, right? Then we can compiling the scientific studies. We can give where the compiling and the scientific sound methodology reasons, right? We can considering we are to contacted with the different person which are is responsible for, or it is a those are authorized person, those are the knowledge, or those have the person which are the good in that the condition is each have the knowledge of that person. So we can take the advice from that the person, and then we can do that placebo clinical trial, right? If there is no current proven in interventions exist or not there, right? Then so extreme care must be taken during the avoid the abuse of the option. So always be this is will be happen, right? So we have to care regarding the avoid the abuse things in that the experimentation, right? So all of the legal things we can adapt it, and non-legal things cannot be do in that the experimentation. So this is a concern. So if there is, so always we consider the benefits of that the experimentation, risk it should be minimized, and the burden should be minimized, and all this the treatment should be effectiveness must be required, right? And this is the main point of controversy regarding the Article 29. Then Article 30 is regarding that interventions regarding the right. So Article 30 is regarding that. Okay. Is aftercare trials. So aftercare trials means after the human subject which are involved in that study, right? Now after completion of the studies, what care should be taken by the human subjects? So this is regarding that Article 30. So at the conclusion of the studies, patient can be entered into that study. So all the information must be informed to that patient. So what should be the outcome of that study? And so what are the benefits which are will be given to that the patient, right? So that all information should be provided, right? So before conducting studies and also after conducting study also. Understand? So this is regarding that Article 30. And what are the precautions must be taken after completion of the studies by the human subject? That also can be considered in Article 30. So access to information identify as beneficial in the studies or appropriate care or the benefits, right? So what are the appropriate care should be taken or to that by that human subjects, right? And what are the benefits must be given to that the human subjects, that also can be clarified to that the human subjects, and all the information must be provided. Then some of this potential ethical problem is there regarding that possibility that placebo controlled trials it might be allowed in a emerging country, right? Some of this it will not be allowed in all the countries, but some of the countries allowed that placebo controlled trial. So means that so all over the India it cannot be allowed in that the placebo controlled trials, right? This is a ethical problem to be occur, right? So if you have in that the Declaration of Helsinki in Article 30 or the Article 29. Concern regarding the availability of the optical care of the patient. Optimal care should be done. This is ethical guidelines. Then some of these violations also can be done by the country to country, right? Regarding the optimal care to the patient. Then some of this use of argument that standard treatment is not normally available within the emerging country, right? So these are country to country it varied. So if that country is not available, that some of the facilities, right? So that's not that ethical guidelines is not be totally implemented in that country. Right? This may be it will be happen. Then financial incentives to the pharma company. So those person or those company which are involved in that study, right? Involved in that studies. So what are the financial incentives given to the pharma companies? That should be clear again, right? Then ethical hypocrisy is there. So whatever the standard is used, right? That standard ethical guidelines is used. It should be high standards can be maintained. Without any low standard, ethical guidelines cannot be used and cannot be implemented, right? So high standard ethical guidelines should be provided, right? With this, and its potential ethical problem is there because it will be some of the changes may be done or some of the violations done as a country to country, and that is a problem. Then some of these arguments in support of the FDA decision. What are the guidelines provided by DOH? and with the guidelines, right? The FDA decision is some of the argument is doing by the FDA with the in a support to the that regulation of Helsinki, right? Some of this argument is this: the DOH is designed for regulation of physician. Is already have DOH, that is a DOH regulation of Helsinki. So this all guidelines is provided for is a regulation is all regulation is provided for the physician only, physician as well as the patient or the human subject, right? But it is a particular regulation is for physician, right? Then declaration is addressed to the primarily to the physician. So all these guidelines is which are addressed properly to the physician, and then physician will be implemented in his whole study, right? That should be required. Then World Medical Association, which are encourage the other participant in medical research, right, to adapt to this principle. So always we medical is a World Medical Association, right, which are firstly prepare that guidelines and which are published in British Medical Association, British Medical Journal, right. And this main role of this the World Medical Association is always being encouraged to the participant, those who are involved in that medical research, right, and to so all this the ethical principle will be applied during this study. The DOH is morally binding to the but not legally enforceable. So it will be morally binding to the every person which are involved in that the study. It may be a different physician, different investigator, or different human subject which are involved in that, right? So it will be morally binding to the each and every person, but it will not be forcefully to that. So all conditions should be voluntary things are there. So selected that human subject is depending upon this volunteer, right? Not be forcefully to that the human subject, not be forcefully. So subsequent guidelines is likely to be just effective. So what are the guidelines provided? It should be effective during this study, and this is a so the FDA decision is supportive to that declaration of Helsinki, right? There's some of this again. US radiation experimentation, which are ended 1964. So some of these guidelines by the provided by Declaration of Helsinki, and again this FDA decision is support to that the guidelines, right? This is the US radiation experimentation regarding that. Regarding that, Alder late that is 1982 or early 1990, right? So this is some of the treatment is which are given in the during explanation. So that is a guidelines. Some of the arguments is supported. It is other guidelines regulation we have been developed, right? Regarding the WHO or the CIOMS guidelines, right? So what are the guidelines provided by WHO or the CIOMS, right? So also can be supported by that FDA decision, right? Then ICH and GCP. The ICH is International Conference of the Harmonization of the Technical Requirement for Registration of the Pharmaceutical for Human Use, right? So this mainly this ICH guidelines which are provided to selecting the proper that human subjects, and so these are the some guidelines which are provided by ICH also, right? Then good clinical practices regarding that how to good clinical practices implemented in that study, right? So that also can be considered that guidelines. So all these guidelines is ICH guidelines, GCP guidelines, or WHO guidelines and CIOMS guidelines. So this all the guidelines which are supported by the FDA decision, right? These are without there any arguments of that. Then some of this support regarding the DOH is now outdated by newer guidelines. So the different day to day, these guidelines which are revised, and this is the revised guidelines also can be supported by the FDA. It's developed from the DOH, the more comprehensive guidelines which are formed or which are drafted by the DOH committee and which are approved that. Right. This is the should not be assumed that pharma companies are morally corrupt. So it not be happen that every companies are not be corrupted, right? So some of the good companies are there which are involved in that experimentation, right? So that consideration is also there, and which are considered by the FDA. But some of these arguments regarding that against to the DOH, right? So not be liking that or not FDA decision is against to the argument regarding the DOH. So some of these arguments are there against to that FDA. He agreed to DOH which primarily aim at physician and not legally impossible. All right. So we can agreement regarding that DOH primarily aim to that physician. It is a totally hotel guidelines provided to the physician and it's not forcibly legally enforceable. Right. Then in order we have the Hippocratic oath is there. Right. So the oath is prepared in the DOH, and so that Hippocratic oath also can be revised in the Declaration of Helsinki. After this, FDA's argument regarding that the Hippocratic oath, right? And after this, pointed out by the FDA, then this declaration that is a revision is also can be done. These Hippocratic oaths in the Declaration of Geneva. Then physicians should be considered some of the ethical, legal, and regulatory norms and standards for the research shall involve in the human subjects in their own countries as well as applicable to the norms and standards. Right. So some of these violations, if any violence is there, they are against by FDA. Right. So, but all this, the physician should be considered all the ethical guidelines, legal and regulatory norms during this when using that the human subjects in the experimentation. Right. Then national and no national and international ethical, legal or regulatory requirements. So we can reduce or eliminate any protection of the research subject, right? So what are the guidelines is provided, right? So it should be reduced that eliminate some of the protections regarding the human subject, right? It should not be happen, right? So what are the right is given, right? What are the benefit is given to the human subject? So all should be protected by this Declaration of Helsinki. So these are the some of these against to FDA against to that the guidelines. Then some of this continuing unethical practices. What are the unethical practices done in experimentation will be against by the FDA, right? The development of the other guidelines regarding the fundamental concern with ICH, right? So what are the ICH and GCP guidelines which are provided will be ethically that is implemented in the whole organization. So if any violations in that, right, will be against that the FDA. Then some of this ICH guidelines provided by this ICH and GCP guidelines which are driven by interested parties, right? ICH consists of the drug regulators from the US or the European Union and Japan, right? The representative from the pharma from the three areas are there. So ICH is the body which consists of the drug regulators from the different countries, the US, European Union, the Japan, from the representatives, right, which have the same area. There's the same three areas there which are included in the ICH committee. Then also it's three observers are there in ICH committee. The observer regarding to WHO or European Union Free Trade Committees and Health Canada, right? These are the committee also involved that ICH committee, right? It is a three observer and three areas of the pharma companies which are related with the other different countries. So the risk that the guidelines may be relaxed to the facilitate clinical research. So if having that some of the risk, right? So this risk is totally relaxing or totally reducing that risk, and such guidelines which are provided by the FDA. Then guidelines is not legally binding to all the countries, right? So this FDA is against to the Declaration of Helsinki. So what are the guidelines provided by Declaration of Helsinki is not be binding to all the countries. So those who are willingly to use the guidelines, they can use it, but not be binding to all the countries. So adapters and reliance upon the GCP guidelines, GCP, ICH and GCP depends on pharma companies regulating themselves. So adaptation and reliance upon that ICH. So all these guidelines regarding the ICH and GCP, right? So will be binding to the, or will be adapted in the different pharma companies which are involved in the research, right? Then demanding the concept given that a huge financial pressure and incentives. Right. So this demanding concepts given the financial pressure and incentives which are provided. So that is also against by FDA, which is against to that the rule, right? Whatever the finances given to that pharma companies or in experimentation, right? So it should be ethically which are given the finance without any pressure. So Germany was the leader in introducing that is the national policies or the medical research. So first time that is what are the national policies prepared regarding that medical research? So firstly prepared by the Germany, right? And he's a leader of that company. Then some of this ethical hypocrisy is there. Ethical hypocrisy means the standard. Hello. Hello, कोणाचा आवाज होता? Okay. So we'll finish within 2 minutes. So ethical hypocrisy means highest standards can be maintained in the ethical guidelines. The highest standards can be maintained. Ethical highest standard. So major argument regarding against that FDA decision. Regarding the globalization of clinical research due to prohibitive cost of the studies, right? What are the costs which are used in the experimentation should be proper cost must be there, right? But the standard, ethical standard.
डिस्कनेक्ट व्हायला लागले सर्व.
The ethical guidelines should be
आले 15 मिनिटं राहिले तुझं.
Hello. So some says these are the highest standard guidelines should be ethical guidelines should be provided and should be accepted by every person which are involved in the human subject as well as are involved in that physician. So all high standard ethical guidelines should be provided in that study. So this is the consideration. Then the last part is, so is the DOH still relevant for the ethical for conducting clinical trials? Right. So ethical conduct of the clinical trials, yes, right. Of course it is. So remains morally binding to the physician, right? So all the physicians should be morally binding to that the subject, to that all the guidelines and implemented in his profession, implemented in his experimentation during this that guidelines. So less influenced by the interested parties on the than ICH and CG guidelines, right? So less influenced by interested parties than ICH and GCP guidelines. So this is consideration regarding the other parties are not influencing by that the guidelines. Understand it? So what the guidelines is decided by the Declaration of Helsinki. There is a official committee, right? That is the final things, but other parties, other interested parties not involving that the declaration. Understand it? So then in medical research, which are involved in the human subject, that is a well-being the individual research subject, so must be take the precedence and all over the interest, right? So during this, those person which are involved in that one subject, so we have to take that the consent letter, the consent protocol from that the family as well as the one subject, and all the information should be provided. The one subject is also there. So this is the paragraph C 6 is there that all guidelines regarding that which are involved in that the article. So this is about Declaration Helsinki. So we have finished that the chapter of this Declaration Helsinki. So main concern we have already seen that. So what are the guidelines is provided regarding to that human subject which are used in experimentation in medical research, right? And which are all these guidelines which are binding to the every physician and he should be bind to the implemented in his experimentation course, right? So this is about the Declaration of Helsinki. Okay, we'll stop here today. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
You can leave.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
किती पाहिजे म्हणते 20 गणित सगळ्यांच्या चांगला लक्षात राहील